I want you to channel in this series your favorite lifestyle magazine. Think about the kind of content that you want to see, whether it's travel, whether it's food or family. And that's what you're going to channel because we're going to make this fun. Welcome back to another episode of the Modern Real Estate Mama podcast, a business and marketing podcast for moms in real estate that are building a business that they love with babies on their hips, chasing around toddlers, or in between taking their kids to a million sports and activities. My name is Braden McKee. I'm your host, a boy mom of two, wife, Phoenix, Arizona native, and former real estate agent turned content marketing coach for agents. I'm bringing you the best business and content marketing strategies so that you can build a freedom, lifestyle, and relationship-based business that you love that creates the lifestyle that you want. So grab a nice coffee. We are diving in to another episode. So if you didn't listen to last week's episode, I introduced this short series that we're doing here on the podcast all about doing summer marketing and kind of giving you a challenge, giving you ideas on how to stay active and consistent in your marketing, even if you have a ton of activities planned, even if you have a lot going on this summer. Because what I hear frequently from moms, especially when you have kids that are in school, is that you feel like during the summer, the kids are out of school, they're maybe not in as many activities, or they're not being watched or, with somebody else for a lot of the day. They're home with you and you're entertaining them. You're doing summer activities. You guys have travel plans. You're going to be going camping, right? And you feel like you fall off the wagon. And then come fall, when they're back in school, you feel like you've lost momentum, and it creates a slow fall time and going into Christmas and the holidays, right? And you don't want that. And so this series really is designed to kind of take what you're doing with your summer, take what you're doing with your summer already, and to be able to go from, living your life, having the summer and the time with your family and the freedom that you want, but still be able to use that in a way to stay active and consistent with your marketing. That way you don't lose momentum, because honestly, losing momentum going into fall and the holiday season, like, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Like, we all want to have good budgets for the holidays, for Christmas. We don't want to be wondering like where our next closing is coming from. And also, it's easier to keep momentum than it is to build momentum back up again. For those of us that have taken time off and we've had babies, or we've tried to take time off, and you lose that momentum, and it's like, yeah, you know what to do, but it's kind of like when you lose momentum, you get out of the pace of things. So that's why we're doing this series, and I'm so excited about it. This is fun, and I want it to be more fun for you. Yes, it's still work, but this is really where I think taking your lifestyle and using what you are already doing in your lifestyle, in your family, in your spare time even, documenting that and turning it into content is a great way to stay consistent, to build up your marketing. So today we're talking about starting a summer email series. So I think that now is the perfect time, whether you have an email list started or you've been meaning to start one and maybe you've been pushing it off, or you're just not really sure like what to do. This is going to be a low pressure way for you to start being consistent with your email marketing. And that is why I want you to start a summer email series, no matter where you are. If you are already doing email, we're going to talk about this in a minute, but if you're already doing email, this can work. If you're very new to email marketing, this can work. If you're somewhere in between and you have an email list, but maybe you're not consistent with it, this can work for you as well. So the first thing is that you want to choose your consistency for this email marketing series. So we are going into the very first week of June. I don't know about you guys and your weather, but I consider summer here to go through like August and even September because it's so hot. But you have to think about seasonally, like June, July at the very least. Kids are out of school, summer activities, summer vacation. People are going to the pool, the lake, the beach, whatever it might be. They're avoiding the heat, indulging in the summer activities, summer fun, right? And so, at the very least, I want you to consider June and July. Now, maybe going into August and back to school, you can kind of start to shift the content a little bit and consider, that shift of like getting back into school mode, getting into fall, right? But let's say that you just want to do it for June and July, and you're saying, okay, this is going to be a 2 month summer email series, but how consistent are you going to be? What is going to be the frequency? Are you going to do it 1 time a week? Are you going to do it 2 times a month? Or maybe you're going to do it 1 time a month. So, at the very least, I would like to see you do this summer email series 2 times a month. That's 4 emails. I think that's very realistic and doable. And if you're already doing email marketing, you're already pretty consistent with your list, or even if you're kind of sporadic, let's talk about what this might look like. So you can either do this in addition to what you're already doing with your email marketing. If you're doing a monthly newsletter, or maybe a bi-weekly newsletter, you can either add this on top and do an extra 1 to 2 emails a month, or you can do this in place of those emails for these 2 months, right? If you are not doing email yet, but you really want to get started, I think even 2 times a month for you is very doable. That's 4 emails, and you have something to promote. So, this is something where you just want to decide up front, okay, what am I committing to? Because the thing with this email series is it's not going to be long. It doesn't have to be a lot. And I'm going to talk about topics in just a second here. But consider for you what is doable, what is manageable, what can you be consistent with, but also, can this propel you further? Can this age your audience, your email list, your database, in a way that they haven't been engaged yet? Is this a way that's going to, help you move forward in that relationship and the trust that they may be more likely to use you if they're thinking about moving in a few months, right? Think about what's going to be valuable, what's going to keep you top of mind. 2 times a month, I think, is going to be a little bit more because it's a little bit more frequent. And I think that's better for you if you're trying to maintain and build momentum in your real estate business. But at the very least, 2 emails in this series, 1 time a month is doable, or maybe 1 time a month for 3 months. June, July, and August is very doable for anybody. So, my challenge to you would be 2 times a month, no matter where you're at. And just figure out, are you going to do this in addition to your regular email newsletter, or is it going to be in place of? I think you can do either or. I don't think it matters. I think what matters is them seeing your name in their inbox, and if they're opening it, having valuable information that they care about. So let's talk about what topics you should include within your summer email series. So I have a download for you guys on starting this summer email series that you can get. It's linked below in the show notes. Go grab that. But here's some topics that you could consider. Think about what people want to know about during the summer. So, depending on your weather and depending on what you have local, you're really going to have to, kind of come up with ideas and everything. But you can do an email on the best pools, water parks, and splash pads to go to this summer. You could do all 3 of those in one email and do a list, link to their pages. If there's entry fees for any of those, that'll help because they'll be able to find that information. If let's say you guys have a water park in your area or a couple water parks. If there are discounts or coupon codes, link to those and let them know. That is something that's super valuable. We have Salt River Tubing here, and there is a place that you can go to, like a local grocery store that's over by where you get off of the freeway. And sometimes you can go and get coupons for like your tube rentals and things like that. So like I would probably link to that in mine if I was including the Salt River Tubing in one of my email newsletters. The next idea is like summer dining. For us here in Phoenix, like I'd probably include like the best places to eat in Phoenix, like inside. But you might have nice enough summer weather where it's like that's the time that you go out and you want to be dining on the patio, and these places have cornhole, and these places have like a giant giant Jenga for like kids, right? You want to think about like that kind of stuff. So considering what your weather is, what are the best places to eat? Are there summer specials? Is there a place that has really good food during the summer? Like they get, seasonal berries and vegetables and things like that. Fresh, farm to table type of things. Highlight your favorite places and the top places in your area, or even like the local places that maybe people don't know about. The next one would be the best ice cream shops. Ice cream and summer, I feel like, go hand in hand. This is a great place, highlight where families can take their kids. If there's specialty ice cream shops, people love to know about that type of stuff. Another one would be if it's really hot, like it is here in Phoenix, you could do where can you beat the heat, stay indoors, indoor activities type of theme. So consider, if you have certain museums or arcades or indoor activity places in your area, especially for like parents, like are there places that people can take their kids and it's like a jump park or like one of those like indoor adventure parks, right? Where they can take the kids can hang out, get all of that energy out so they're not making their parents like literally lose their marbles, right? And where are those places that people can beat the heat and stay indoors? The next one would be road trips or day trips within a certain amount of distance from your area. So, for me, I would probably highlight where I could go camping within 2 hours, some road trips where people can escape the cooler weather. We have some wineries that are about 2 hours north of us, places where it's not so hot in the summer, where you can go camping and it's really nice weather for most of the summer still. And that's close enough. So think about like where people traveling to within a short distance. If you have lakes by you, rivers, if you have beaches, where are the best spots to go? Think about that lifestyle aspect. And I really want you to highlight your favorite lifestyle magazines, whether you read those in person, like in a physical format, or you're reading those online. Those types of things. People want to know about food, drinks, travel, the lifestyle. And the reason that I love this summer email series for real estate agents is because you are already working to sell a lifestyle to people. You are selling so much more than a home. You are selling a lifestyle. You're selling a community. You are selling just the life that they're going to live. And I really believe that this is something that can really set you apart. And it's so fun. If you're like, Braden, I really don't care about pools and water parks and splash pads, but like I want to highlight, all the best places to go get wine during the summer, like all the wine bars and things like that. Like absolutely. Make sure that it works with like your brand and like what you enjoy too, because I want you to have fun with this and I want it to be fun for your audience. I guarantee you, if you're sending out this kind of information and somebody is on another agent's real estate list and the only thing they're sending them is listings or market update emails, and yes, like these are valuable. I'm not discounting those at all. But if that's all that they're getting from somebody else and they're also getting that from you, but they're also getting this summer email series, you're highlighting the community, the areas, local businesses, I really believe that's something that you can brand yourself with and set yourself apart from other content that they're getting in their inbox, because it's valuable and people like that kind of stuff when they're buying and selling real estate and also when they're not. This is a great way for you to continue to build that brand name recognition and for them to recognize you in their inbox. Now, if you're like, okay, Braden, this is great. I love this. But like, how am I going to get people to this email series? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so a couple of ideas for you that are really simple. This is probably another episode that I could go into, is like how to get people to your email list. And I do have one kind of like this a couple episodes back. That is episode. So on episode 90, I talked about the top 5 platforms that I personally used to build my email list in the last year as a real estate agent. So you can go back and listen to that episode for some ideas on building your email list. But some things that I would do specifically for this summer email series is to first get onto your Instagram stories or Facebook stories or both. I have my Instagram stories go automatically to Facebook because I do have people watch my stuff there. And I would just talk about this summer email series that you're doing. Let people know what they can expect and how much what frequency you're going to be doing this email series. And then what I want you to do is put one of those little boxes or give a call to action, put the text on the screen, reply to this email or drop your email address in the box if you want to receive this summer email series from me. So this is one way to do it. Now, somebody may or may not be willing to do that, but at least, again, you're putting it out there that this is something that they can sign up for. The next thing that you can do is you can do social media posts. So you can do videos, static posts, talk about the local area, and combine this with last week's content where I'm talking about, the local summer content ideas that you can do. And then at the end of that post, give a call to action. Hey, if you want more of this type of content, I'm doing a summer email series where I'm giving you the best recommendations for, our area, our community. And if you want that, drop this comment. You can use ManyChat and then have them sign up that way to get your email series in their inbox. So this is really buildable because we're going to take last week's concept and we're going to take this week's concept and you're going to build upon that in order to get people to your email series with a call to action from some of that local content that you're posting. So this is a really great way. Now, if you want to go above and beyond and you're ready to post and publish your own lead magnet or a specific lead magnet for this series, what I would do is I would create a 3 to 5 local summer PDF with events, things to do in your area, summer recommendations for your city and or state. And I would publish that and then do posts and content talking about that lead magnet. And then I would also let them know in those posts and your promotion for that lead magnet that they are also going to get signed up for more recommendations. So things that are not on that PDF in that guide with your summer email series. So this is, 3 layers of that approach, from very casual to like a whole campaign and funnel built around this. Now, if you're really slow this summer or you don't have a lot of work, but you're really trying to build up your consistency, I absolutely would take a day and put together that local summer guide or hire somebody who does marketing for real estate agents or a VA. And I would do that, get that created, get that published, and put together a campaign and a landing page to get people to get that guide and then also get onto your email list for this summer email series. Again, I really want to kind of build on this approach of the content strategy to take people off of these platforms that we don't own. We're renting our audience, right? On Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Pinterest. We don't own the platforms. We want to get them to something of value and get them to sign up to get on our email list because now we own that platform and we own the audience there. So you'll notice that your rented audience on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest is probably larger, right, than the people that are on your email list. And that's okay. You're going to give them valuable content there. But really what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the more serious people who want to hear from you more specifically onto that owned audience in the form of your email list. So now you can send them this summer email series to their inbox and you're in direct communication with them. But then you can also send them other content via email as a part of your email content marketing funnel that will hopefully nurture and then convert them over time when they are ready to make a buying, selling, or investing decision with you. So that is really how I want you to think about long-term, the overall focus and strategy behind this summer marketing series is how can you build on this and how can you create, the momentum and the audience connection that's going to take, it's more than just giving them content and giving them information, right? You're trying to build a relationship and you're trying to take somebody from a rented platform to an owned platform where you can stay in direct communication and use this multiple platform strategy to connect with them further, continue to build a relationship, build trust, educate them, and prepare them so that when they're ready to buy, sell, invest, relocate, whatever it might be, they are more likely to choose you because you've put in the work and the strategy and the flow of the customer experience, and they're ready to hire you because they know you're the right person for the job. So that is the topic for today. Start your summer email series. I'm really, really excited about that. Get the free guide on this with more content ideas for that series in the show notes. And I would love to hear what you guys are going to be doing with this summer email series. I want to hear about your topics. I want to hear, how you're promoting it. And I'm really excited about it. Also, last week I announced I'm doing a 7-day summer social media challenge. You can participate via email and or the Facebook groups. I will also link that in the show notes for you guys if you haven't signed up already. This is going to be just some fun content ideas. Again, 7 days of posts that you can do in either reel or static post format. And of course, if you haven't already and you're looking for community and connection and relationships and referral partners, come join us on Facebook at the Modern Real Estate Mama, and then on Instagram as well. I hope you have a great day, and I can't wait to hear all about your local summer email series that you start.